thank you for joining me. I am Tamara Jean, your soul architect and wellness astrologer here on High Vibe TV. It is Friday, August 1st. I almost said April. August 1st, and this energetic forecast cosmic check-in is for through the 4th of August 2025. And so much happening in the energetic landscape that we have, with this Venus square to Saturn and Neptune. We're really testing our heart-led values against reality. And Sun conjunct Mercury retrograde still. There's a revisiting of our voice and our self-expression, right, of our true essence. And there's also the collective landscape with the Pluto, Saturn, Neptune sextiling Pluto. And so as all of these, we're having both like the energetic structures and templates of the systems, right, and collectively speaking, and both internally, individually, personally, of all of the outdated structures and patterns and programming that has been looping for so long, and it's really guiding us through right, the consciousness of all the planetary bodies, really leading us in a direction that is heart-led, soul-led, and a whole recalibration and alignment with values and beliefs and authenticity, right, with who we are, tuned in with our organic soul blueprint. And this, of course, Saturn in sextile to Uranus. So we're getting that nice disruption that we receive with Uranus, and also with Uranus connecting with Neptune, getting that mental disruption as well. In this, the downloads, right? And I've been talking about how a lot about the false light overlays and the mimicry, the false mirroring that is still very much present in the field, and learning to differentiate, right? And as I had talked about last time with Venus moving into Cancer, that there's this added feel, like we really have to get tuned in with and being emotionally honest with others, with ourselves. And I feel like the moon still being in Scorpio, and it was the first quarter moon very early this morning, and it'll move into Sagittarius late tomorrow night on Saturday, August 2nd, that this is really in that when it hit that first quarter, it was definitely, I feel, a deeper truth-seeking excavation energy. And as it moves into Sagittarius, that's going to kind of ease as it continues to expand our perspective. And now in the current human design transit, because even though Neptune and Saturn have been together in the same gate 25 in the self center, right, focusing on that return to authentic self, and very much, the universal gate of universal love, and I would say the divine self and the divine heart, they've been expressing in different lines up until this point. Now they're both expressing through the fourth line, which focuses on heart alliances. So for you, I have this Starway Healing, this cosmic moth. And I was also seeing the peacock. Now, this is 852 hertz that's encoded in this particular video. And with that peacock energy, 963 hertz, right? So there's a return to spiritual order, divine order, and then the assistance in the connection with original source, with, and you're going to hear me use these terms a lot, just over and over, original, organic, because there is, the distortion is very present, and as it's making its way out of the system, out of our grid, our matrix, right? It's very in our face. Like I talk about how when energetic patterns are exiting your field, they do get very much front and center. And so a lot of the distortion can be front and center, and it can't, like, it could go either way. It could be so obvious in that you're seeing it, or you're still looped into that patterning and illusion. And that'll be those that really do, seek comfort in familiarity, memory tied to it, and, have that, the uneasiness or that fear when it comes to the unknown. And, a particular song, and I think I've mentioned it before, I posted it like on my social media, of that Elton John song, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. And I can't even remember the last time I actually heard that song, but it's been looping for myself. And it's literally, those are the only words that keep replaying. It's just Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. And as I said, I don't even know the words to that song except for that and the melody. And we are at this place. It is such a threshold and a choice point where we are at, especially collectively, in breaking away from that scripted narrative path of follow the yellow brick road. How many times was that repeated? How many people loved the movie Wizard of Oz? How many times it was said to follow the yellow brick road, right? And you think it leads you to this, magnificent place, and that's your path, and and that there's someone there that's going to gift you with all the things, or let's say solve everything for you. And you know where I'm going with this. And we are at that point of breaking that scripted narrative that's been looped in our subconscious, right, for a very long time, and break away to our own wild, authentic path. And that is unknown. Very much reminds me of the card in the Akashic Tarot, Paths Unknown. And right, rather than going down that path that's very familiar, you know what to expect. It's quite monotonous. It's not going to be stimulating or exciting or expansive or anything else, right? But choosing the path less traveled, that is unknown, yet it is filled with opportunities. And as I speak, it is like those diamonds, right? As I talk a lot about the diamond frequency, diamond architecture, this is that choice point in opening to that there's a portal for really elevating to an opening to higher frequency signatures that are pure, but of course, right, you learn to use your discernment because there are still distortion, a level of distortion with those particular star systems, right, off planet. And as I said, like this whole universe going through an entire rebalancing. So, and we are part of that, right? So much recalibration taking place. So over the weekend, and we're going to start having on Monday the 4th, where Venus is approaching Jupiter, right? That conjunction between Venus and Jupiter is going to start forming, which is going to be a beautiful, expansive energy. And of course, depending on where it lands for you in your chart, your blueprint of what, more details of that. But I see a really auspicious or beneficial in different ways with that particular transit. And so connecting with the cosmic moth, and I like that, right? Because moths, butterflies, very, symbolic of transformation. And with this cosmic moth, because we are part of our return, that Saturn and Neptune have so graciously been assisting with, right? Dissolving of these old structures and refining and gaining clarity of our vision, and bringing Pluto into the mix with our collective vision, right? And like the whole template for the collective, for society, and then also, of course, for us individually, how that has been under recalibration, that you see these like eyes with the moth, and there's 4. And so I immediately receive like foundation, 4 pillars, like really allowing yourself to feel into and take a look at your own foundation over the weekend, over these next few days. And because, like I said, this is a time of choice point, soul choice point. And then the peacock that I was seeing, and if you visualize a peacock and its tail is fanned open, right? And it has like these, and like little eyes, and it is connected to third eye crown vision. And that's the whole thing with the peacock, and like it is like 1,000 eyes, right? So you're able to, right? And if you are being emotionally honest and you're taking off the rose-colored glasses and you're really using this energy to reflect and gain clarity and really see things for as they are, right? But we're running it through our diamond heart space. You're able to right? See many different perspectives, and through vibration of compassion and understanding, and make clear choices, right? Based on your soul's truth, rather than old patterns, habits, so on and so forth. And especially you want to feel into, right, the level of comfortability, and because there's a real opportunity for forward growth with all of the transits that we have. Clove. So clove is the oil of boundaries, right? Being present, and in what, knowing that you are the star of your life, and we are setting those boundaries, and this is plays into with that the false light, and the distortion and mirrors and mimicry, and what level of that or specific energies in your field that have been, let's say, feeding off of or siphoning from you, but totally unconscious. You're, in so many unaware of that happening. And then I've got birch, which will assist in being firm in those decisions, right? And setting your boundaries, and therefore then support you in your decisions and your path moving forward that you are feeling is aligned. And there's definitely a level of trusting the soul, trusting yourself, and that making your choices based on your soul's response, right? That everything is going to show up or land, or bring the opportunities, whatever the situations are, in trusting that, and tuning in and working with, I feel like the moth in 852, and with your foundation, which birch is very much foundational support, and then the 963 with the peacock energy, right? So it's totally like root, earth star portals, and third eye and crown portals, in working with this energy, and then connecting it all through the heart center. Got the Hidden Realms deck by Colette Baron Reed, Oracle deck, to expand on this message further. We have the Altar Priestess, so preparation, sacred ritual. And we really do need to bring ritual back, right? It's bringing back that sacredness. And we're in this beautiful month of, like, there's so much energy, and like there is, I was going to say magical energy, but it's even more than that. It is really making that soul choice point into stepping into your master self, right? Your being the alchemist, and reconnecting with the elements, and working with the consciousness and energy of the elements of the planet, with the cosmos, right? And the streams, the star line energy, right, that you connect with, that you resonate with, that is part of your lineage, as we are bridging, right, stars to soil. Because what is happening is there is, for New Earth, it is, the template is it's a blend, it's a balanced blend of the Lemurian template and the Atlantean template. And when I look at those two templates, it's like they're here. They aren't merging it because there's still such a level of dismantling and clearing that is happening. The new is emerging and working its way through the rubble of the old, but because obviously we don't have the new systems locked into place, right, in our physical structure yet. And this is why it's so important for you to listen to your soul and stepping onto this journey, right, off the yellow brick road, so that you are, you're in, if it calls to you, because, right, you will know if that is your soul calling, right, and you making those moves. Not everyone is on the front line, let's say, right? It's everyone has their own role in which they are fulfilling and contributing, and all very important. And what else was I going to say about that? It's all in purpose. Can't think of what else I was going to say about that. Let's see, besides altar, priestess, preparation, prayer, sacred ritual, then we have the Rainbow Prince, and that came out with, so that is compensation and perseverance, and with that, the Hawk Prince, with spirit communication and paying attention. So there is, that's funny because I actually had a hawk screeching at me the other morning when I was walking. And you may notice an increase, right, as your level of sensitivity is going to continue to increase, and the messages, right, as you allow yourself in following soul, and you're clearing out this false light and mimicry and mirrors and such, becoming more and more connected and receptive and hearing and communicating, right, to reconnect with the elementals, with the star line, right? Especially like I've talked about, all of those frequencies that are coming through in this month of August. And so a lot is being communicated, and so pay attention, especially through the elements and the animals, those that are not as distorted is the only way to translate it. So there's a simpler design where the human design is quite complex, and so are offline systems complex. And so, and that complexity is also contributing to the what seemingly long unfolding of New Earth, or the templates locking into place. it is that complexity because of the reordering that is happening within this particular universe. And then we get more micro into our particular locale with the galaxies and the star systems that many of us connect to, whether it's Andromeda, Lyra, Orion, Sirius, Pleiades, Arcturus, right? Those are all very common ones that many of us connect to, and that they all have a level, not Arcturus, oh my gosh, Arcturus, Mercury's still retrograde, so much as the others, that they're the ancient AI intelligence. And that I'm speaking, referring to what I had talked about 2-3 years ago in channeled videos on here. That is the origin of this mimicry, false light, mirror energy, and the devastation and destruction and chaos that it had initiated on these other off-planet star systems, and imbalance and the wars that it did initiate, right, because of it's a power imbalance. And that still, all of that still being transmuted and transformed. That's why you have, like, that infiltration is still being cleared out, simplest way to put it. And that's why you still have a level of distortion coming through. Like there are councils and star beings and energy like that was infiltrated and had gotten distorted, and there's still pure organic of those as well. So it's very, very important for you to really tune in and refine. So use this retrograde energy wisely, right, in all of the connections. So this weekend, working, like I said, with the moth, with the peacock, and that energy of connecting into the root and earth star portals and the third eye and crown, and then connecting the energies and bringing through the heart center to really tune into soul. So have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you back here on Tuesday.